Wait until somebody gets in here. I'm gonna have to go. Y'all can watch this whenever y'all want to. I can't sit here and wait on nobody. All right, we're going. Putin warned Trump for Wormwood's arrival. Well, that's not all. Putin has warned some more other leaders. Some people are upset with it, and some people are not. So, here we go. Enjoy. We're gonna get done. I got to get done because we got a storm coming. All right, enjoy.
So let me go ahead and read the story. Title of the article: Macron and Merkel ask Putin about Nibiru. And I shall read. On Sunday, Russian President Vladimir Putin had a conference call with his French and German counterparts, Emmanuel Macron and the sinister Angela Merkel, ostensibly to find enough common ground to implement a ceasefire in Syria. According to our source, former KGB agent Strelnikov Isaac Stepanovich, Macron and Merkel were interested in an altogether different topic and may have used the war in Syria as an excuse to get Putin's ear. 10 minutes into the conversation, our source said, Macron asked Putin to share Russian intelligence on Nibiru. Merkel, he added, also wanted current data on the dark star and its orbiting planets, saying that while she mourned the death of Syrian freedom fighters, she considered Nibiru a more important matter of discussion. Stepanovich, who claims to have seen a transcript of the conversation, said Merkel's voice was at first uncharacteristically nervous, as if she were pleading for Putin's aid. I quote him, "Why they approached Putin instead of Western governments for this help, I do not know. But the witch, Angela Merkel, seemed genuinely frightened. Macron more composed and calm. He asked Putin for Nibiru's arrival date and other information. Macron expressed concern over conflicting arrival dates and said he believed Russia's meticulous and costly research would likely yield authentic results not possessed by other nations. When Putin calmly asked how the French gained insight on Russian research, Macron confessed that French DGSE agents and German Federal Intelligence Service operatives had infiltrated the Ministry of Defense but failed to secure and transmit integral data before mysteriously disappearing. Putin admonished them, saying their improvident behavior made them look like fools. Moreover, Putin told them Nibiru's exact date of arrival was irrelevant, because regardless of when it comes, the outermost orbital would pass close enough to Earth to cause widespread devastation, the likes of which modern society has never seen. I quote Stepanovich again. Putin scolded them for their lack of insight, but in the name of fostering universal peace, told them Nibiru would arrive between the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. A precise prediction is impossible, as the sun's gravitational pull heavily influences Nibiru's velocity and degree of angular deflection relative to our southern hemisphere. While Macron seemed grateful, Merkel's attitude suddenly changed. She became belligerent, laughing haughtily at Putin and accusing him of providing disinformation. She then allegedly made a shocking claim. former United States President Barack Hussein Obama, in whom she expressed implicit trust, told her Nibiru would not reach perigee until 2025. Excuse me. In response, Putin said Obama was not only a quixotic moron, but also the most nefarious disinformation agent of his era. Every word of Obama's filthy mouth, Putin said, was a lie. I quote Stepanovich again. Merkel and Macron argued back and forth about the validity of Putin's information versus what Obama might have told the Merkel fiend. Macron tried to calm her down, but she simply raised her voice over theirs and continued accusing President Putin of lying. She must have joined the conversation just to start a fight. When Putin repeatedly rebuffed Obama's alleged date, Merkel purportedly accused Putin of being a demon, shouted, "You'll find out," and disconnected from the call. Macron apologized on her behalf and applauded Putin's willingness to save lives in the face of imminent disaster. In closing, Stepanovich said Putin has extended an olive branch to many nations, offering to freely share what Russia has learned about Nibiru. And that, everybody, concludes the short article I wanted to read today.
There you go, folks. Sounds like to me Angela Merkel's not ready for Wormwood, which a lot of y'all are not ready for Wormwood. What am I talking about? Let's see here if there's anything out there. Anything else out there, folks? It's getting good, ain't it? Told you something was coming. Yep. Alright. This is Obama gun confiscation, what's happening right now in Chicago. Check it out.
After 4 days missing, Mr. Marcus emerges from the forest, alive. Where he has been, no man knows, but the good news is Mr. Marcus lives. How he survived, I don't know. But as you can see here, this is Mr. Marcus, alive and well after whatever ordeal he endured on his own for 4, what I can only imagine, must have been terrifying days. And good afternoon, everybody. Mike, of course, here from Nibiru News and Someone'sBones.com. And as you can see, Mr. M is alive. So for the people out there who held out the goodwill, you obviously had greater faith than I did about Marcus being alive, because there he was. Showed up out of nowhere. I went out for a bike ride, and when I came back, there he was. So, he's here. Short article I want to read today, and then I will let you go until tonight. Let me go ahead and get to the article. Title of the article is Obama Says Gun Confiscation by Christmas, and I will read. In a redacted part of an interview with Guardian reporter Jerome Wright, disgraced former President Barack Hussein Obama said Americans would receive a, quote, big surprise, unquote, this Christmas. Asked to elaborate, he told Wright gun-loving citizens would need new phallic symbols to satisfy their primal urges because gun confiscation was a foregone conclusion, and anyone refusing to surrender a firearm would be deemed a threat to national security and dealt with in a manner befitting a terrorist. We have places for people like that, Obama quipped. Despite his best efforts, Obama failed to disarm America during his 8 years in office. He misappropriated tens of millions of dollars from the Department of Veteran Affairs and used that money to finance his gun grab agenda. But he sorely underestimated power held by the NRA and other Second Amendment advocacy groups. Being ejected from the Oval Office has not quenched Obama's desire to repeal the Second Amendment. A Secret Service agent who protected the Obamas told us the would-be dictator remains wildly enthusiastic about anti-gun legislation. I quote him, "After passing Obamacare, he became wholly consumed with confiscating every gun in the hands of civilians. He dwelt on it day and night, and still does. Doesn't matter if it's a defense weapon, a shotgun, or a pistol, Obama wants it. He was pissed that places like UK and Australia succeeded on an issue he could not. He had, of course, hoped Hillary would fulfill his goals, but her loss set back his plans. But it was only a temporary setback. If we're not careful, Obama's plans may still see fruition." Many political players and alphabet agency leaders remain loyal to Obama. There's Mr. Marcus. In private, they still salute and refer to him as Mr. President. This sinister cabal, commonly known as the Deep State, operates on Obama's behalf and is responsible for false flag events manufactured to convince Americans that guns are vile and should be owned only by trained members of the law enforcement community. Asked how Obama will enact his vision, our source said Obama has many contingencies, but Democrats would draw up impeachment charges when they retake control of the House and Senate during the midterm elections. If successful, Trump will be dethroned, and Pence, a deep state operative, will take orders directly from Obama or Hillary Clinton. Per Obama's own words, Trump is only delaying the inevitable by not immediately vacating the White House. In reference to the Christmas timeline, our source said the following. Early into his illegitimate presidency, Obama learned that a great catastrophe would shake the planet and change society as we know it. He wants to position himself to arise as supreme leader from whatever disaster comes our way. This event is said to occur within the next 24 months, and Obama thinks if he gets all the guns by this Christmas, he can stop an armed insurrection from usurping his power. He cannot declare martial law until the majority of weapons are removed from the public sector. Moreover, our source revealed another shocking detail. Next week, Obama will highlight his plan at the annual Bilderberg meeting, which is being held in Turin, Italy. And actually, that's this week. That concludes the short article I wanted to read today. I hope to see you all tonight. Again, I apologize for the service disruption.
So therefore, you've only got 5 months left. 5 months for gun confiscation. 23 months until martial law. This is making sense. I tried to warn you. Nobody wanted to listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, a reminder, no live show tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night live at our normal time, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. In the meantime, I have a short article I would like to read. It'll take me just 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll let you go and get on with your Saturday afternoon. Title of today's article, Russia Destroys Nibiru Meteor, and I'll read. On the afternoon of May 23rd, Russian Space Command detected an inbound, fast-moving meteor that would have caused untold damage had it not been intercepted and shattered 60 miles above the Earth's surface. The defense system, a Russian S-500 surface-to-air missile with an unclassified range of 300 miles and an altitude of 62 miles, struck its target only moments before the asteroid or meteor would have penetrated the atmosphere. Our source, Nibiru whistleblower and Russian astronomer Dr. Diamond Damir Zakharovich, said the object was 6 times larger than the 2013 Shchebelinsk meteor that injured 1,500 people and damaged 7,200 buildings across 6 cities in Russia. While the origin of that celestial intruder remains unknown, Russian scientists quickly used reversed algorithmic equations to determine the trajectory and point of origin of last week's threat. The meteor, Zakharovich said, originated from the Nibiru system, a swirling mass of cosmic calamities slowly approaching our planet. At the heart of this system lies a brown dwarf star surrounded by 7 planets and countless asteroids and meteorites, each of which pose a significant danger to life on Earth. At least one of those dangers, Dr. Zakharovich said, has been removed, thanks to Russian ingenuity and Vladimir Putin's rapid response and rapid threat assessment capabilities. I quote him, "The meteor literally appeared out of nowhere. A monitoring station in Bilyarsk detected it minutes before it would have penetrated the atmosphere largely intact. Although typical meteors have a speed of about 72,000 kilometers per hour, this one traveled at over 130,000 kilometers per hour, and because of its size and composition, hematite and various forms of ferrous oxide metals would have hit the ground north of Kiev if Moscow did not destroy it." He said the total time from detection to destruction was less than 3 minutes. Due to its high velocity and shallow angle of re-entry, Russian engineers computed a rudimentary firing solution and hoped for the best. Aerospace doctrine, he added, ordinarily prescribes firing upon spaceborne threats without first triangulating the trajectory from 3 independent sources. In this case, however, time was of the essence. The meteor would have hit the ground with the blast yield of 3,000 kilotons of TNT, 100 times as much energy as that was released from the atomic bomb detonated at Hiroshima. Simply put, Kiev and surrounding areas would have been obliterated. The S-500, Dr. Zakharovich said, was equipped with a low-yield nuclear warhead, specifically attenuated to combat small to medium-sized astronomical threats. Quote him again. "The casualties could have been in the tens or even hundreds of thousands. We were very fortunate. Every day, this threat increases as the Nibiru system draws closer to Earth and the meteors from its twin tails are flung in our direction. We try to destroy or deflect what we can, but no defense system is perfect." In closing, Dr. Zakharovich said, authorities still believe the Nibiru system will reach perigee in the latter part of 2020 or start of 2021. He says he hopes a united world will collectively recognize the approaching cataclysm and use a unified arsenal to save as many lives as possible in the face of imminent disaster. And that concludes the short article I wanted to read today. Again, I hope to talk.
So that's all for today. All right. We got 2 more laps into this race. Get ready, folks. 5 months until gun confiscations, which they're using weather too. So Chicago just got the biggest news of their lives. Chicago, Illinois, just got a bill signed by the governor. Gun confiscations are happening. Gonna about to start. You got 5 months, guys. Christmas. Obama's coming for your guns and he thinks you're a terrorist. I think he's a terrorist. So I want him to come and get my guns. Don't bring his boys. I want him to come. Let's see how good he is. Alright, guys. We almost done. If you want to come back for the WWE 2K18 tournament tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Probably later than usual. I spend a lot of time with my family on Sunday. So, and waiting on some stuff to happen. If you just missed a good show, whoever you are, we're waiting on Wormwood to show up in 2021. And Putin shot down a meteor that came from Wormwood. And Obama wants your guns within 5 months. If you do not give out the guns, you got You pretty much got you're going to be a terrorist. This is Obama saying this, and he's not even the president. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. I'm done for tonight. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. I am here for you. There will be a video coming out from this scam person that's trying to make me look bad when I didn't go to school in Tuscaloosa, and he was not my roommate. So y'all have a nice day. Y'all be safe. I'm out.